HyperLativ, the Norwegian gamer. Hi guys, hyperLativ here, the Norwegian gamer, and this is some rush attack on Karg Island. Now, I didn't play with the team. I jumped into this match right after the first set of MCOMs was taken. So I started out by taking the AMTRAC up to the second set of MCOMs, and as you saw, taking out that guy that tried to plant C4 on it, or he actually managed to, but didn't get to blow me up, and then went and armed the MCOM. So right now I'm moving over to the other one, arm it, and I'm gonna take shelter in this container right here, because it's a fair place to hide, especially if people don't notice you jumping in there. And if you lay down, you're pretty much covered if anyone runs by it. Just remember, you shouldn't lie as far back as I do right here. Your feet may be sticking out through the container on the backside there, so you might end up being exposed or exposing your feet, which not only makes it easier to spot you in there, but they may also be able to shoot you just by or kill you just by shooting at your feet that sticks through there. So that's kind of a strange way to handle that, I think, instead of how they do it in Call of Duty, where if you try to lie down in a space where there isn't space. Let me try that again. If you try to go prone in a space that isn't large enough for you, you'll just get a message on the screen saying you can't go prone, or whatever it says. Basically it says you can't go prone here because there's no space for you here. So that's fair enough. So as you can see, I went with the AMTRAC for a while, but I decided to jump out and go for a flank route over here. And since I'm playing as an engineer, I would like some help from you, good sir, but you don't want to share, do you? So I end up giving up on the assault there, and I instead push out to see if I'm going to be able to plant or arm the MCOM, which I am. So I'm kind of wondering why they are still in the house, wondering if it's whether or not it's safe to go out or not. So once again, I take shelter in this in a close by container, because I'll be able to hear if they try to disarm it, and I'll just pop my little head out and shoot them, and I'll also be hidden and have some decent cover to hide behind, which has no bullet penetration and is very, very impossible to destroy. So right here I pushed up with the AMTRAC, but I got pretty severely shot up. So what I did was I jumped out and took out that guy that was standing there sniping people, and then I go back to fix my AMTRAC. I jump over to the gunner seat and start tearing the other team up pretty good. I am switching between the default kind of grenade launcher or grenade gun kind of thing, and as you can see here, I jump out and fix the AMTRAC to its full health. I switch between the there's this other guy gunning for me right now, but he'll soon jump out when I'm done fixing the AMTRAC. And right here I jump back into the gunner seat and I switch between the grenade launcher and the LMG to be the most effective, you know, taking down buildings and taking out cover, getting people behind cover, and actually being able to hit someone when they run by me. So as you can see, people are spawning right there, and I'm shooting them in their spawn. Not my fault, that's DICE's fault. So don't blame me or hate me or troll me or whatever you want to do. So right here I'm just doing kind of a crowd control and making sure that the enemy team isn't able to push up too much. And I also repositioned the AMTRAC further back so it won't be the first thing that they hit when they try to get over to the AMCOM. And I'm going to position the front towards the enemy, which is much less vulnerable to damage than the rear. Because as you should know by now, damage taken from the rear or the sides do more damage than damage taken from the front. There's kind of a multiplier going where if you're hitting the front, it does 1 times the damage of a rocket, but if it hits perpendicular to either one of the sides or the rear, it does twice the damage. It has a 2 times multiplier, which makes it really, really important to kind of position your tanks and vehicles or armored vehicles in such a way that the front is always towards the heavy anti-tank equipment or whatever they're using to try to take you out. So if you're in a tank battle, try to position the front towards the enemy, because that's where you're going to do the least. They're going to do the least damage. If they shoot you in the sides, or if they shoot your sides or rear, they're going to take you out pretty quickly. So right here I am trying to keep the enemy team from pushing too far in and too far towards the last MCOM. So their spawn is kind of to my right now, over there, and I'm trying to keep them off and keep them at bay so that not too many enemies get into the MCOM area and hold my team off. So as you saw, I got shut up and or I got destroyed and died. So after a quick death, I bring the AMTRAC back in because, as you know, it's also a really great spawn point, which your whole team can spawn in on and jump out and get straight into the action. So once again, I try to hold off the enemy team while giving my teammates the ability to go up there and arm the MCOM. And right here, I'm kind of struggling with getting out of the AMTRAC because I thought I didn't get out, and then I pushed the button once more and I got back in when I first got out. So it was kind of a mess right there. And that's the end of the game. We ended up losing. Even though I did my best to kind of push back or hold the enemy back, it wasn't enough to keep them at bay, and my team didn't manage defeat. So that's it, guys. That was one of my longer gameplays for quite a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. And snackes. Oh!